SpectreVision Radio.
Welcome, en cabo a Coaba, bienvenido, sac pase, wagwan. What's up, yo? Welcome to A Little Juju Podcast. This is the Africana Ethereal Podcast, diving deep into the medicinal, the magical, and the ancestral spiritual tools that can help get us free. And I'm your host, Juju Bay, author of the Book of Juju, Oshun Priestess, Oreye, Yo Shuno, and of course, your favorite big cousin conjurer. And I know, I'm back. Now, keep this on the low. This isn't like my full I'm coming out moment. This is just a little, I couldn't let Halloween pass without giving y'all a little something. So just pretend like I'm a ghost, but I'm not. We'll be dropping November. What's the first November? I'll really be back on November 5th, but happy Halloween. So today I'm going to be reading you all some ghost stories from the book Slave Ghost Stories, Tales of Hags, Hants, Ghosts, and Diamondback Rattlers. And this book came out in 2000. You can also get it for free on the Internet Archive. So of course it will be in the show notes for you all who are interested in the ghost stories from the plantation, from ancestors who have passed along, who lived in South Carolina, North Carolina, and Georgia. Lots of low country stories, lots of really deep Africana lore, lots of hoodoo. So I'm in my bag. So please enjoy these stories. I do want to give a content warning. Of course, they have a little bit of scariness to them. So if you don't like the scaries, you should come back on November 5th. But also when we're thinking about people who are enslaved and talking about their experience, it's not just like the woo-woo scary, it's also real trauma that people are facing. So yes, it is in the vein of horror, but we know that for many Black people, the horror is actually the reality. So if you're uncomfortable with that, maybe skip this episode. But let's get into our first story, which is entitled, The Bleak Hall Jack-O-Lantern Tangled Me Up. And I'm gonna put my little accent on things for you. I go by the name of George Brown. I live on Edisto Island. I know all about them highfalutin plantation homes like Sea Cloud and Bleak Hall. Sea Cloud House was named for the families who built it, the Seabrooks and the McLeods. It was a spectacle, but nothing compared to Bleak Hall. Now that was a mansion for sure. Bleak Hall Woods got plenty of treasure hidden in them. All the treasure been hidden since Rebel time. Rebel time folks was tricky. They knew exactly where to store away their money and had silver things, and they fixed them so you couldn't get at them handy. Trouble is, they formed the plan so good it was mighty hard to locate their treasure. Every living time them Bleak Hall people hid something in Bleak Hall Woods, they set a jack-o'-lantern to watch over them. You know about jack-o'-lanterns? This is what you do when you got a treasure you want to keep secret. First, you dig a deep hole in the woods near some kind of tree, oak or pine. Then you go out and kill an animal and bury it with the money. The animal's ghost will haunt the spot and guard the buried hoard with their spirit. Some folks kill a settling hen to guard the valuables. Other folks kill an enemy and cut the head off and bury them with the treasure. After that, when anybody comes around, the jack-o'-lantern rises out of the hole and hovers over the treasure. Jack-o'-lantern is a light what shines in the moonlight. Some folks call them money lights. Now, I don't tell you what I don't know. I've been through all of that. Yes, sir. Only last March I hunted treasure in Bleak Hall Woods. Before I started out, I heard a rattle in the woods. When a chain rattles in the middle of the night, deep down in the woods, you can be sure the noise is made by a jack-o'-lantern, rubbing himself against a tree. Next night, I made tracks for the woods. Heavy fog settled down over the earth. Stars scarcely showed through. Frogs hollered in the tussock. It wasn't a very good night to be away from home. I said to myself, suppose you find treasure. What a blessing that would be. I turned off the public road and made tracks through the big woods. Nothing stirred. All the varmints was asleep. When the moon showed himself, I was not far from the place where the chain rattled. When the tree came into sight, I left the road and circled around the tree. Got my shovel on my shoulder, ready to dig. I circled around the tree 1 time, 2 times, then I stopped and studied my mind. I figured if I walked straight and didn't see nothing, my path was clear. I could start to dig beneath the tree, so I let off. I hadn't gone 3 steps before the moon shone on a dogwood, rose up right out the ground and ran shimble-shamble by my feet. Oh, the moon did shine. I saw the dog good. His back sagged way down like it was broke and his ear was most chewed off. Had 3 legs and back instead of 2. Jack-o'-lantern, for sure, I knew was born. I retreated back to the road and waited a good 10 minutes. The dog faded from sight. I started off again. This time a calf with his hide peeled off till the blood dropped crossed my path. Never since Mammy born me have I seen a sight like that. Water dribbled out of my mouth. My hair rose taut on my head. All my sins came across my mind. Maybe God didn't mean for me to have that treasure after all. I thought about all the need in my house and made up one more try. A light shone over the treasure. The jack-o'-lantern ran between my legs and tangled me up and threw me right in the mud. My face was buried in the stinking mud. Seems like I was in that diametrical spot over 4 hours. Ants crawled over me, rats crawled over me, maybe snakes. I ain't able to say. When I came to my senses, the moon had gone down and the stars was out bright. Jack-o'-lantern was gone. The frog stepped up his noise and the crickets started to sing in the treetops. Way over yonder, I heard a fowl crow. Here it was most day clean and I was in the bleak hall woods with my face covered with dirt and my skin all grafted with vines and not a thing to show for all the trouble. The treasure was still beneath the ground and I was on top of the ground. I went home with my head drooped low, ain't breathed a word to no person. I was so ashamed. Next time, I'll know better. Jack-o'-lantern ain't nothing to fool with. All they do is tangle you up, make you forget where the treasure is buried. And this was the story of George Brown from Charleston, South Carolina. So the next story that I want to share is from Matthew Grant, and he is from Murrells Inlet, South Carolina. And his story is entitled, His Sweetheart Was a Hag. I'm Matthew Grant from Parkersville, South Carolina, near Pawleys Island, born in 1867. One time, there was a boy courting a girl he liked. He went on to see her and they were sitting around the fire. The girl's mom and pa came in the room and sat down. Then the brother and sister came in and sat down. About 11 o'clock, the girl's pa took a bottle off the mantle and rubbed some liquid on his arms, then on his other arm. His clothes and his skin slipped right off him. Then he flew up the chimney. The girl's ma went to the mantle, took the bottle and rubbed some liquid on her arms. Her clothes and skin fell to her feet and she flew up the chimney. She ascended like she was on her way to the clouds. The brother and sister did the same. I didn't know you was hags, the boy said to the girl he was courting. Just then, she went to the mantle. She rubbed some liquid on her 2 arms, dropped her clothes and skin, and disappeared up the chimney. Gone. All of them. Girl, sister, brother, mother, pa. The boy was the only one left in the room. Then, he thought he had to do like the others. He went to the mantle and rubbed the liquid on his arms. His clothes and skin slid right down to his ankles. Next thing he knew, he arrived at the place the girl's pa went. He said, I didn't know you was hags. A vexation came between the boy and the old man. They got entangled there at the place. The girl's pa was to hag that night. First light was about to come. A hag can't get back in his skin if first light catches him. The old lady and girl and all of them knew how to shift back to day skin. Hagging was their trade. The boy learned to fly quick, and they all flew like birds back to the house and down the chimney. The house was cracking. Finally, the boy told Massa at the big house all about it. And Massa killed out that family, all that race of people, did away with all of them, put them in a barrel of tar and buried them up. The end. I hope you all were a little spooked, and I hope you all enjoyed these very real stories from real ancestors about their occurrences on the plantation and some of their descendants. Of course, I hope that you all enjoyed this and will stick around for more episodes, and I need your support to do so. So feel free to follow me on the Patreon, patreon.com/jujube, where you can get more special stories and you can support information like this continuing to be shared and just giving light to our ancestral lore, our myth work, our stories. It's really, really important. So I hope that y'all have a happy Halloween. Stay safe. Stay freaked out, stay scared, stay ready. Because remember, all you need is a little juju. Bye, y'all. Happy Halloween.
All you need is a little juju. All you need is a little juju. All you need is a little juju. All you need is, all you need is a little juju.